I'd like to tell you a personal story about resilience, creativity, and finding balance through the unexpected. So I took this trip to Italy, and it taught me to trust the unplanned. We had been planning this trip for months, a direct flight to Italy, an itinerary filled with highlights from Puglia, Naples, and the Amalfi Coast. Even our kittens were set. We found a kind, confident live-in sitter, and everything felt beautifully aligned. What could go wrong? At first, everything went as expected. The usual travel bumps, small delays, moments of adjusting to a new rhythm, and all part of the adventure until day 4. A message came from our sitter, our cat sitter. One of our kittens was in distress. She took him to the vet, who quickly referred him to the ER. They didn't know if he had ingested some toxin or was having a neurological event, and my heart dropped. This wasn't supposed to happen. Our kittens are only 7 months old, healthy, playful, vaccinated, full of life. Suddenly, one of them was fighting for his life. So he was admitted to the ICU, limp, blind, unable to stand or eat. Even the specialists weren't sure what was happening or if he could survive. So my dream vacation became a stresscation. Jet lag, worry, and sleepless nights waiting for updates. By day 6, a small miracle, he turned a corner. The vet said he could go home to be monitored. The relief was enormous. And I'm happy to say that today he's thriving. In fact, he's playing with his toy right now. As for me, the exhaustion settled in. The sore throat and cough weren't just stress. It turned out I had COVID. But that's not the story, really. The story is about what happened within that uncertainty, how life gently pulled me out of my linear plans back into the circle. Hi, I'm Mari Grande, art and trauma therapist, coach, teacher, course creator. And I'd like to talk about the circle that holds. So between vet calls and naps, I found myself sketching mandalas. I began noticing circles everywhere in churches and domes, tiled floors, and the petals of ancient mosaics. Circles within circles. No beginning, no end, just balance, symmetry, and quiet contentment. Each one seemed to whisper, "You are held." The circle reminds me of the womb, that original place of safety and creation. It's also the place we spend much of our lives trying to understand or return to. When all things fall apart, the circle invites us back. It doesn't demand control or answers. It simply holds what hurts until it's ready to heal. In the Mari, Mandala Assessment Research Instrument, it's a system. And when there's rosettes and flowers like those I kept seeing appear, that is from stage 8 and 9 of the Mari. These are the stages of personal ripening and authentic connection. Stage 8 speaks to autonomy, will, and creativity. Stage 9 expands that energy outward into connection, contribution, and love. Italy showed me both the joy of blossoming and the necessity of softening, of letting go of what I thought I was there to do and listening instead for what the moment asked of me. So when plans change, do your plans always unfold the way you hope? Mine certainly didn't. And it's okay. It's okay to feel disappointment when life takes a turn. When you only have 8 days to explore a dream destination, there isn't much space for wallowing. I worried I might have unknowingly passed my illness to others. And that too became part of the lesson. Not blame, but awareness, a pause, a breath, an invitation to sit with the unknown. Sometimes we're called to trust life, not to like or understand what's happening, but to allow us to move gently toward center. And so returning to wholeness, everywhere I looked in Italy oriented me and offered reminders of the circle and the wisdom of the circle. Rose windows in cathedrals, halos in sacred paintings, the Eucharist, even the crown of thorns. Each one spoke of wholeness. Wholeness isn't perfection, it's presence. Even in disruption, life keeps inviting us back to that original shape, the circle that heals, holds, and reconnects. So I've actually created a circle for a group. And if you're interested, please join me. It's called the Mandala Corner. And if you've ever had your plans fall apart only to find wisdom waiting underneath, you might find comfort in my Mandala Corner. And this month, this November, I'm opening a new circle, and it's a psycho-spiritual space where we use mandalas to reflect on life's unfolding patterns. Each month, we'll gather around a theme and create from where we are and listen for what's ready to emerge. And you don't need any art experience. You only need curiosity and openness, because healing begins wherever you are. And registration is now open. And you can, there's a link below or above, there's a link, and you can find out more information there. So please click there. And if this lights you up, and like it lights me up, or something in between, please come join me. Thank you for listening.